In the quiet corners of White County, Illinois, the year 1973 brought with it an enigma that would both captivate and terrify the small town of Enfield. As the town's tranquility was shattered by reports of a mysterious being, the community found itself thrust into the heart of a mystery that defied explanation. This narrative explores the events of 1973, weaving together eyewitness accounts, media coverage, and the enduring legacy of the Enfield Monster. April of 1973 marked the beginning of a peculiar and unsettling series of events in Enfield. The first whispers of the Enfield Monster circulated among the townsfolk, spreading like wildfire through the close-knit community. Eyewitnesses spoke of a creature with an otherworldly appearance, a towering, three-legged entity with two piercing pink eyes. The very description of the creature sent ripples of fear through the town, and the once quiet streets of Enfield became a stage for the unfolding drama. As sightings increased, so did the diversity of descriptions. Some claimed the monster stood over 7 feet tall, covered in coarse gray fur, while others insisted on a more surreal image, a three-legged beast that defied the laws of nature. The Rhodes family, whose encounter would become emblematic of the Enfield Monster saga, described a harrowing night when the creature invaded their rural home, leaving an indelible mark on their psyche. Word of the Enfield Monster's presence reached beyond the confines of White County, propelling the town into the national spotlight. Media outlets descended upon Enfield, amplifying the tales of witnesses and turning the mysterious entity into a sensation. Newspapers and television stations perpetuated the narrative, transforming the Enfield Monster into a topic of conversation in households across the country. As the media frenzy intensified, so did public hysteria. The town that once reveled in its quietude now found itself gripped by fear. Residents, uncertain of the nature of the threat, armed themselves, and makeshift patrols took to the streets. Enfield became a microcosm of the collective fascination and dread that the unknown often brings. In the face of mounting uncertainty, a motley crew of individuals, ranging from amateur cryptozoologists to concerned locals, embarked on a quest to unravel the mystery of the Enfield Monster. Night vision equipment, traps, and other unconventional tools became essential in the pursuit of evidence. The town transformed into a living laboratory, with the community grappling with the unknown and seeking to bring clarity to the shadows that loomed over Enfield. Despite the earnest efforts of those involved, tangible evidence remained elusive. The lack of a definitive answer fueled a myriad of theories, ranging from the extraterrestrial to the mundane. Some suggested that the creature was an unknown species that had somehow found its way into the town, while others mused about government experiments gone awry. Theories and speculations flourished in the vacuum of certainty, leaving the community in a state of perpetual bewilderment. As the mystery deepened, so did the proliferation of theories seeking to explain the origin and nature of the Enfield Monster. Extraterrestrial enthusiasts pointed to the unearthly appearance of the creature and the strange sounds that accompanied its presence, suggesting a connection to visitors from beyond our world. Skeptics, on the other hand, posited that the sightings were merely hoaxes or products of mass hysteria, dismissing the entire affair as a figment of collective imagination. One prevailing theory, rooted in zoological principles, suggested that the Enfield Monster was a misidentified, undiscovered species. This notion attempted to reconcile the varied eyewitness accounts with the possibility of an as-yet unknown creature roaming the rural landscape of Enfield. The debate between skeptics and believers reached a fever pitch, each camp interpreting the events of 1973 through the lens of their own convictions. As swiftly as the Enfield Monster had captured the public imagination, it began to recede from the forefront of the town's consciousness. Sightings dwindled, and the media circus that had descended upon Enfield moved on to newer stories. The town, once consumed by uncertainty, gradually returned to a semblance of normalcy, though the mystery of the Enfield Monster lingered in the collective memory. Skeptics dismissed the entire episode as a case of mass hysteria, attributing the sightings to the power of suggestion and a community caught in the grip of fear. Believers, however, clung to the mystery, convinced that something unexplained had transpired in their town, something that transcended the boundaries of the ordinary. The legacy of the Enfield Monster endures, a spectral presence in the corridors of memory. The events of 1973 left an indelible mark on Enfield, shaping the identity of the town and its residents in ways both subtle and profound. The Enfield Monster became a symbol of the thin veil that separates the known from the unknown, inviting contemplation on the nature of belief, perception, and the mysteries that persist in the shadows of our understanding.